Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. If you're a regular contributor to the channel, I really appreciate all the support. But if everybody could do me a favor real quick, let's hit a thumbs up on this video. Let's try and get 50 thumbs up. That would be outrageous for me to get 50 thumbs up. I mean, I usually average like 10. So yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're going to talk about something today that might trigger you, might upset you, and if you don't like facts and you don't like math, this probably isn't the video for you. So I'll jump right into it. This is going to be the difference between hood life and plastic life. I'm going to talk about the difference in some fuel economy. I got a buddy that I talked to the other day that just finished his IFTA, so did I, and he drives a W900. Gorgeous truck, nice truck, drives dry van or hauls dry van freight. I drive a semi-fuel efficient Mack truck. It's not the greatest on fuel economy, but it's doing its job right now. And I run reefer freight, so we do a lot of things different. But let's just pretend we did the exact same thing, meaning we hauled the same loads, we got paid the same, and we drove the same amount of miles in a year. Let's break down these numbers and see who actually makes more money and what makes more business sense if you are becoming an owner-operator and thinking of starting a trucking company. How can you put more profit and more money into your pocket? Because that's why we do this, right? Like, we do it to make money, or at least I do. I do it to make money. It's not a hobby for me, it is my career. All right, I'll jump right into it and give you the numbers and facts. Now, like I said, this is all hypothetical. Like I said, if it's me and my buddy driving, doing the exact same loads, getting paid exactly the same, and driving the exact same amount of miles in a year. So my buddy's IFTA for last quarter was 5.9 miles per gallon. So let's just do some numbers real quick. If you drove 100,000 miles a year, and you got 5.9 miles a gallon, that means you would burn 16,949 gallons of fuel. How did I get that number? Well, you take 100,000 and divide it by 5.9, and that'll give you your total gallons for the year. Well, then if you take the total gallons of 16,949 gallons and multiply that, we just chose a number. We said $5 a gallon. And you multiply that by $5 a gallon, you get a grand total of $84,745 spent on fuel. And that's in a W900 that my buddy drives. Now let's talk about my truck, a semi-fuel efficient Mack. My IFTA was 7.2. So if you take 100,000 miles, divide it by 7.2, I am going to burn 13,888 gallons of fuel. Once again, how did I get to that number? I took 100,000 and divided it by my fuel economy, which is 7.2 miles per gallon. So if I take the gallons that I use, the 13,888 gallons, multiply it by $5 per gallon, that means I am going to spend $69,440. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple more numbers here, and I get it. We don't like numbers. We don't like facts. We want to do what we want to do, right? That's why we became owner-operators. But I think this is super important, so I'm going to give you a couple more numbers. Now, right now in the freight industry, we're experiencing like low volumes and in some areas, low rates per mile. So let's see the difference between how much it costs my buddy in the W900 to drive down the road versus me, and who can make more money in a down market. So if you take that 5.9 miles a gallon, if you remember, he went through 16,949 gallons in the year, right? For a total cost of $84,745. So if you take that $84,745 and divide it by 100,000, because that's how many miles we're going to run. That is a cost per mile in fuel of 84.7 cents per mile in fuel. I'll repeat that. His cost per mile in fuel, if his fuel economy doesn't change at all, is 84.7 cents per mile. Now let's do vice versa, the semi-fuel efficient Mac. So I ended up at 7.2 gallons in 100,000 miles using 13,888 gallons for a total cost for the year of $69,440. So if you take $69,440, divide it by 100,000, my cost per mile just in fuel is 69.4 cents per mile. So I am well below my buddy's W900. I can haul freight easier than he can because it doesn't cost me as much per mile just in fuel to drive down the road. All right, I'm going to give you one more scenario and one more number, and then I'm done. So like I said, this is all hypothetical, and it's like my buddy and I are just following each other to every delivery. We're getting paid the exact same amount, and we're running the exact same miles a year. Here's the overall difference in what you have the opportunity to make and keep in your pocket. So my buddy at 5.9 miles per gallon, like I said, went through 16,948 gallons. Me at 7.2 miles per gallon went through 13,888 gallons. So after all the year is done and we're sitting there, I stand to profit $15,305 more than my buddy driving the hood truck, doing the hood life. Which I get. It's a nice truck. I get it. But here's the thing. Once again, I can put $15,305 more a year in my pocket if our fuel economy doesn't change at all. And we know it does, especially in cold weather climates. You're running winter diesel, you're going to get lower fuel economy. But I think it's important to try and keep as much money as you can in your pocket when you're an owner-operator, because that's why we're doing this. And like I said, I don't even drive a very fuel-efficient truck. Like, I don't drive a Freightliner. I don't drive a Volvo. I do drive a plastic truck, but I'll say this. Maybe a plastic truck is a way for you to survive in a down market. Maybe the hood truck isn't. One more thing. Just imagine if you made $15,305 more a year driving a semi-fuel efficient truck, getting 7.2 miles a gallon. After 4 years, that is $61,220. I'm sorry. Facts and math don't lie. Plastic life is what I want as an owner-operator because I care about the cheddar. Like, I care about how much money is in my pocket and how much money is in my bank account. Anyways, like I said, I'm sure some people are going to disagree with that, and this is my experience and what I've learned about being an owner-operator. And I get we all operate different and we all don't do the same thing. I'm just trying to help the person that's thinking about becoming an owner-operator. Try and keep more money in your pocket, and I'll tell you what, you're going to thrive in a market when a lot of people are struggling or just surviving. Like, that's the truth. Because I'm thriving, you know. Don't mean to come across like an arrogant prick, but it's the truth. So yeah, hope everybody has a great day. Once again, if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up on the video. Even if you hated it, leave me a comment. Let's try and get 10 comments on this video. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great day. And until next time, you know what it is. Keep on trucking.